Welcome back. Our runners have managed to make contact with our pool ghoulified friend, Charles. He won't be going back to Horizon, it seems, but they've maybe opened. Every horrible infection is another window of opportunity that you can come across, and they have opened up other opportunities for them. At the moment, we are waiting until about 11 p.m. tonight, where they have attempted to set up a meeting with Jesse and James uh, to fake A. Johnson meet, to air quotes hire them to basically just hand off the comic to them and have them get the details through that way. Are we just scanning until 11 p.m. then?
We're punching the scan button. Don't
Yeah,
think we have
well,
anything to do.
until we make
Um,
a plan about how we're going to physically meet them.
well, one thing I want to do is knowing that we are dealing with runners, they're going to want to show up to the meet early. So how soon did we finish this meeting?
So you guys are. That meeting was at what time? I'm sorry.
8 o'clock?
It was, yeah.
8 o'clock. So you can definitely get back into civilized area as far as civilized goes for something like Redmond. Probably about 8:15. So
All
you
right,
have
so
2.5 to 3 hours almost.
perfect. I would like to take a little bit of time to put some sensor tags out in the area. And so,
What kind of sensor
because
tags and how many and that kind of.
just cameras, and I think that maybe four would be enough in the exterior of the building, so that when these folks show up early for the meet, as you do,
Uh,
um,
hmm.
we will be able to get an idea of, like, okay, they're here and they have brought X amount of muscle with them that are waiting outside.
Does anybody have common sense?
I know it is a runner bar and that it may be considered bad etiquette to put cameras inside, but outside I don't think it would be that big of a deal.
Do you mean common sense, the perk?
Yeah, the positive quality.
Do not have.
Okay, that's fine. Um, yeah, it would definitely be bad etiquette to put it inside. They will probably have, if you guys
I,
aren't
I figure they'll be doing matrix reception for them too, but
right.
that's
Um,
why we have a decker with sleeves.
this is true.
I
So
hope.
the more point I was going at is that the bar itself will probably have countermeasures against that kind of thing. They might
Right.
have a jammer, and they may not exactly take kind to you slapping tags all over their bar.
Like I said, I'm not slapping it on the bar. I mean, there is presumably more to this place than just a building and a
Yeah, it's at a
field to the end of the map. So I think that I can, like,
you
stick
missed
a
the
camera on a
the
building
ambush
across the
part.
street.
Yeah. Um, if you want to roll like a stealth and a palming, and we'll see how that goes.
Sure, I can do that.
Do we have their com codes? I think you said as much earlier.
Yes, Citizen definitely got you. At least her com
Sure.
code. I don't. Her most recent com code. It may not be her current com code because, man, if runners were to buy stock in, let's say, every cheapo phone link company, they would not need to run.
Right.
I mean, they would still need to run so they could break the phones and then, you know.
I have a
Still worth
story
a
about
try.
that.
Can I spot the com link for the com code?
You could totally search for it if you wanted to. We're still in the 8:15, 8:30 range. If
Okay,
you
no,
want,
later.
yeah, later on you can totally do it. I didn't know if you wanted to try and get marks on them ahead of time or something along those lines.
What's the dress code style of this here establishment?
It is significantly more in the shadow slash
Native
Nan
American.
theme. Um, it's not as, let's call it formal, or as everybody is wearing the same thing as the Dusty Trail. So you can go in with some leathers and maybe a little bit of face paint or hairdress type things, or you can just go in like showing some support for a tribe or something along those lines. It's not as, if you're not wearing spurs, a hat, and a duster, you look out of place as the Dusty Trail.
Rude. Oh,
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll plan to swap back to armor jacket, blue jeans, tennis shoes, legal taser, stuffed into the jacket. Not
I
armor
will.
jacket, sorry, armor clothing, leather jacket setup.
I will pass the slavery of my tags over to our decker.
Sure.
All right.
Reaper, if you can just roll, not roll, I'm sorry, down here in the bottom in, let's say, that area, if you can just write out your current matrix attributes, because, they may become relevant in a moment.
Okay. All right.
Would I have time to make up a disguise so that I fit in? I figure I'm probably going to be the Johnson for this.
You have about 2 hours to reasonably do whatever it is you want.
Sweet.
Somebody is placing some tags there. Uh,
Pretty consistently.
yeah, definitely in a consistent range.
Can I assist your disguise with my disguise?
Yeah, you guys can totally have a makeover. It'll be great.
I love it.
Okay, so what are we doing? Are we like fluffing this hair and whatnot? What's going on with my cheeks?
Look, this is not one of those channels.
Let's just
You
make
talk
you
about-
look as different as possible.
I mean, if I was the kind of person, I could get some cheesy porno music to put on in the background while you
Yeah, I
guys.
think you'd have to.
I'd have to find like a.
We're all
Okay.
just
Made for
imagining it.
music.
We all know exactly what's happening.
Yep, it is a magical moment between an orc and two other men. Does anybody else want to do anything, or do we want to scan?
I'm done with mine, so we can put scan as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, there's some dice for you.
Damn.
All right, Taser Orc is looking like a Taser Hobgoblin.
It looks like a taser anime character.
Poor bastard.
Like those damn Chinese cartoons.
Okay, so
All right.
here.
So we're scanning.
Sounds like it.
They're
Let's make the plan first, and then we hit scan. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right?
waiting for an actual disguise roll instead of a disguise assist.
Yeah, there we go.
When we start to get to the meeting, I'm gonna have my agent do constant matrix perception for the com code we got.
Sure.
Whereas mine is constantly scanning for marks.
And then how about we post up in the place like an hour before and let Tizit have a table to himself and the three of us nearby, just so we can pretty obviously be on hand to assist if necessary.
Except not be obvious to the people in the room.
Well, yeah, we're just there. We have drinks, we're talking, but we're matrix connected.
So register Reaper going there and just palling around like it's a normal bar, because it is going to not be Mr. Johnson. Monday?
I'm just gonna be hanging out in the bar.
Okay.
Because bland is a great thing.
Bland is a great thing.
I couldn't afford it.
Right.
So many qualities I couldn't afford.
It was suitable for my character's background. She doesn't know who she is, and I figured if she had blandness, that it would make it more hard for her to find out.
Love it.
Well, what a jerk.
Oh,
Who is going to be the first group that is there?
be me and Mr. Johnson, I believe.
Mr. Johnson, is that correct?
I mean, every time I've gone to a meet, Jay's been there first, so I'll be one of the first ones there.
Oh, you're just asking the four of us don't all walk in at once, right?
So, dependent upon who was there first was going to depend upon where we went to first. You know what I mean? Like if Reaper and Register are posting up in there, it's like, all right, we're gonna go through a perception check with you guys, see what you guys see, and that kind of stuff.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's say the two of us going first. and just find a table.
Sure.
Yeah.
So as you guys are met in, it's a significantly nicer place than the other one. There is, of course, fake cacti and that kind of thing set up. There's actually what looks like a hostess off to the one side where there's some little booths. Maybe it's because you're coming in a little later in the day. Maybe it's because they're just a nicer place. But she is wearing a traditional outfit, and it looks fairly happy to see you guys.
All right.
Table for two, please.
She's like right this way, and she
Table
will.
for 3.
I thought you were coming in with Mr. J.
I am coming in, but I didn't think I was going to be sitting with it because how often does Mr. Johnson have company?
Okay, table for 3. Monday's joining us in a second. Monday's out putting tags, sneaking around the street, right? But the two of us are here. We'll get a table for 3. We'll all sit together. Tizit sits by himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
So you guys will be shown to a table. She will have, somebody will wait out to take your drinks and stuff, and then a little while later, somebody's going to come out and once again in a more traditional outfit, kind of happy to, little bubbly, little annoying,
Is
and
the bar owl themed?
the bar is not owl themed, no,
Oh.
but it is, very generic Native American setup. Not any specific call outs to anything. Just kind of, yep, this is an Indian bar, and I apologize for that. All of their menu is named appropriately and that kind of stuff. And if you guys are fine, we can just wind the clock for a minute. If you want to do a quick logic plus sleaze roll.
For matrix perception,
To see.
resisting, I mean.
Yes. Oof. Man, I hate smoke and mirrors so much.
Me.
That's one of the splat books I don't have, so that seems like a lot of dice to me.
It's a program that allows you to add up to 5 noise for up to 5 points to your sleaze attribute.
Holy moly.
Yeah, it's stupid. Don't worry, Rules Division is talking
Awesome.
about it. Let me.
I'll order the Grand Mesa nachos while we wind the clock, just so we're not sitting there very obviously killing time.
Just for posterity. As the meeting is at 11 p.m., we will scan until about 11:45. At which point, I imagine you guys do the runner thing of all right, they're probably coming in soon, and start to actually pay attention to the countermeasures that you have set up.
And we're all checked in via comlink.
Yeah. If you guys want to roll a perception test, we'll see what you can see through the sensor tags.
All right.
Who's rolling that?
Anybody who's looking at the feed from the cameras.
Here's logic plus e-warfare.
Is that what we should be doing?
That's what I'm doing.
You can do that, or you can do perception.
I'll just do natural perception
Logic
and watch
plus
the
warfare is
bar
good.
myself.
So about what were you
Ooh,
looking
that's a
for?
glitch.
That's an actual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 6.
Isn't it more than the hits that you got?
No, it's more than half.
Oh, okay.
So you would need to roll. You would need to roll 9
Man,
ones.
thank God you guys know all the rules better than me. Sorry.
It's alright. It's totally a glitch. Your character died. Were you looking for anything specific in the bar itself, or just kind of?
Just in case they were here 3 hours early. Is anyone looking for a Johnson?
Well, he's got a drinking problem as such. He is a lush and there all day. No. All right, Cat. That's great. You're fuzzy and all. Go away.
I am not.
You will see as you guys are kind of hanging around looking at things. There are a lot of people who may not be actual runners, maybe posers or hanger-ons, or just need that one job to make it big. And he came back. You do see what looks like a meet going down in another section of the bar that, a group of 4 will get up at the same time from various parts around it and will walk towards one of the back rooms. Tizzit is sitting at his significantly large table. It's not exactly an uncommon sight here, given as this is the kind of thing that goes down.
We're here for the atmosphere.
Yeah, no, it's great, right? He's just an orc and he smells, so people don't like to sit next to him. It's really what it is.
It's understandable.
He's having a nice conversation in D&I with you guys. It's fine.
We're just some townies who wanted to see a real meet happen, and it's happening.
Oh my god. It's almost like this is Touristville and what it's for. And then about 9 minutes before time, you will see their general appearance come in, walking down the street here. They are coming from a westernly direction, which is not the direction that the Dusty Trail is in, but
Well, that's good.
they're on foot, and yeah, they look a little shady as they're kind of walking around, not exactly calm, cool, collected.
Mhm.
A couple of minutes will go by as they make the last little bit to the bar. They'll look around and then kind of come in. See the hostess, Jessie, will nod to her, and then they will both head up to the bar. They are still about 4 minutes or so early.
Well, good even number, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I'll let Mr. Johnson know they're arriving.
Do you guys want to do anything, or?
I'm just texting over the group link. Probably best to let them come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure. So a couple of minutes will go by, and then what comm link did you get? Surprise, surprise! Everybody in here is kind of carrying comm links.
No, but I mean, I'm looking for them. I see them visually, so I should be able to.
Yep. They currently seem to have Metalinks active, as I try to remember the name of
They're
the thing.
burners. All right.
Yeah, it's almost as if they were professional criminals.
Almost.
Do they match the comm codes that we were provided?
They do not. Almost as if, the on-the-road comlinks are not the ones that you use to make all of your illegal dealings on.
Shocking.
But I can get the comm code from that burner, though.
Yes, you can totally have the comm codes from the burners.
Just gonna note it if we need to track them later.
Sure. A couple of minutes will go by. They will talk to the bartender. He's going to kind of shake his head a little bit, and then they're going to look at each other. Kind of looks like they might be having it. Let's say a hushed argument, but like a bit of a disagreement on something.
Can we listen in?
It's like a bit of a packed bar type situation.
Did the fixer give us a comm code for them?
Yeah, he would have totally given you a way to contact him, because otherwise it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, about what? I mean, we're just a little bit past, I guess.
Yep.
So
There's a
I'm
perception
gonna.
roll.
Yep. So looking around, you will notice that a lot of people in here are carrying some kind of small arms. Many of them are wearing nice, what to be high fashion armor type situations. At least, the ones that aren't dressed like Native Americans. There
It's one or
are,
the other.
yeah. There are a couple of people that are dressed as as a native theme that are sitting with the fancy dressed people. They look a little bit more authentic from like their skin coloration and such, but they are still sitting with people. Small blades, pistols, holdouts. There's almost definitely a handful of mages in here, and probably a spirit hanging around in the astral.
Not that I would know. Fucking spirits.
What would you guys like doing this?
I'm
Are
gonna
the two
bust
of
their
them obviously armed? I just rolled a pretty good
Yeah,
perception roll.
no, they are in the same group of people that are carrying a. He has a small arm and a blade, and she has just a small arm on it.
Roger. Ready to scan for 2 minutes.
Right?
I'm gonna buzz their comm code since we have that.
Sure. You will see them have like not a serious argument, but a little agitated look as James's comlink will not her comlink, but she will do that whole AR thing of like, hold on a second, and she will pick up the phone. Hello.
I'm just going to tell her the direction of the table that I'm at.
Back corner.
Back corner.
Look for the orc without the taser.
So they will begin to approach you, and what do you want to do? Or are you just going to wait from the set?
Maybe the other three of us should cover the exits if they decide to bolt.
Well, at this point, it's pretty easy.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, at this point, it's pretty easy. All you got to do is hand them to Comlink and say, call this number for job details.
I think maybe what he means is be ready to cover the exit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, the other thing is if we don't want to do anything in here. I mean, like, if there's too many people who would get annoyed at people breaking protocol.
Very true. That's very true.
No, my point would be to wait outside. If they decide to bolt, we can catch them outside before they actually get into their car or something.
They walked.
Because that's what runners do. They park like 2 blocks away.
Or they don't have cars. They
There was
ride
no.
in damn scooters.
Do they seem like new runners?
So you know that they've been active for a while with a not exactly stunning record of success, but
They may have needed to pawn their car.
they may have needed to. It could have also been that some of the other members of their team may have been a rigger, and they just always use their band because that's always something that happens in the shadows. I don't need a car; I got a rigger.
Yep.
And then suddenly you find yourself on a scoot. I mean, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Parting gift. I'm just going to kind of tilt my head towards the seats at the table I'm at.
I'm sorry to infer that.
Oh, to infer that they should sit down.
So for a minute there, I thought you were one of the group at the table of 3. I got name confused for a minute.
Tizit will tilt his head towards
Yep.
The man sweeps and it saves.
So they will sit down. He will pull the chair out for her, and she will give a slight roll of the eyes. And then my cat runs around like a crazy feline. She will sit, and then he will take a seat, and they will pause momentarily to see if you have something to say. Do you have anything you want to open up with, or typically Johnson speaks first?
Yeah. I take it you're the people I'm looking for then.
Man, this is so backwards today, isn't it? It's like that depends. We received a call about a job.
Yes, the job of I have some people that need to be found.
I think that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, you have pictures of them?
Uh, Mr. Who is it? Reaper. Do we have some pictures that I can just have?
Oh, sure. Just give them an arrow.
Sure. What kind of pictures do you want? Like,
uh,
Oh, you
I
want random pictures?
no. Just use. I just want to use Charles.
sure.
Okay.
So you're gonna send them Charles's picture?
I'm going to send them Charles's picture and say that this is the person that I'm going to be looking for, and I was told that you might be able to help me.
You will see that they kind of look at each other for a moment. They are obviously having a conversation in DNI, as runners are wont to do.
Those freaks.
Right?
Can
Assholes.
I roll to whatever it would be to try to see if they recognize the picture?
That sounds like a judge intentions.
Okay.
And you also get my text soon.
Yep.
So with 5 hits on your judge intentions, it doesn't look like they seem to recognize this guy. You can tell that she is uh, in AR doing something, knowing that one of the first things you do is she might be doing a quick Google. Did you give him the name or just the picture?
Just the picture.
Okay.
His
Uh,
name is Steve.
she seems to be doing some stuff in AR, which you can only assume is Googling. Um,
Matrix searching.
yeah. And he's going to kind of lean forward. He's like, well, if just a simple find the guy, it really kind of depends upon where he is. You know, finding a guy inside the ache is significantly harder than finding a guy, and he's going to look around the bar and point to a patron at random. Then finding him, found him, he's easy. He's going to have a somewhat smug look on his face.
I'm going to not look impressed at his jovial nature and say he's going to be considerably harder to find than him. Um,
I'm sorry, I totally spaced there for a moment, which is going to make for great radio later on. Uh, yeah, I got you at the not impressed at uh
oh,
his finding of a guy and his jovial nature, and I
yeah. And say that he's much going to be much harder to find than him. Um, but I do have a general idea of where he is.
well that makes things a lot easier. Is this information you're able to share with us? As his eyes are flicking back and forth, doing AR things.
I personally don't actually have the location information, but I do have the communications needed to get in touch with the person who does.
He'll kind of nod a little bit. That all right. This is what kind of money we talking? And if some point in here you want to throw a con roll just to see how well you're selling this.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna
Do we know
guess.
what he's saying? Or
Oh,
I'm guessing we were linked up to be listening.
oh,
Yeah,
that somebody already texted him, so never mind.
yeah.
Are you comfortable with that level of success, sir?
I'm comfortable with that level of success.
Okay. Let's see how comfortable you should be.
Comfortable as hell, because con is resistant to con.
Oof. All right.
I
The
am not a liar.
you're sort of a liar. You
He is
know.
not the father.
Poor Mari. So I believe he asked you how much you're willing to pay for this man.
I'm just going to offer the same amount that we were offered, the 7K, because that seems like it was a reasonable offer in of itself and pretty standard.
And just to double check, you said you were having them look for Charles?
That's the picture I gave them, yes.
Okay. Just to make sure that you weren't having them look for the other guys.
No.
It would be like, oh, she's right here. I found her. Money, please. Um,
Oh, and I found
awkward.
him. More money, please.
So they're gonna do that thing where they have a bit of a conversation in DNI for a moment that you yourself had a few hours ago. Um, and then if you wanna roll some negotiation, or I don't know what you're looking to do here.
I'm confused because it's like now we're supposed to be handing them the Conway.
Yeah,
Not,
me too.
not talking
Well,
like
hey, it's
pay
his
them.
approach, man. He's going deep down this
I
offering the
know.
fake job rabbit hole. It's too late for us to get in there.
I'm trying to get them out of the bar before anything happens. I
I can
don't
see
want to
that.
get them
Yeah,
to
like I was
here.
thinking myself, is it better for them to get this call in the bar where they can't do anything, or is it better for them to get the call out of the bar where we could do something? So there's like merit to both approaches.
That's true. But this, after this is done, I'm going to be giving them the com link and then leaving, basically. So
And then we tail them to see how soon they get the call or
To
whatever.
murder
Yeah.
them. Yep.
So you wanna roll some negotiation dice?
Monday is going to head out of the restaurant.
Sure.
She's just gonna like tell everybody, hey, it was really great seeing you guys. I need to head home. She's gonna stand up, and walk out.
Sure. You wanna roll a little bit of etiquette just to not make it suspicious?
Sure. Let me switch over to see what my etiquette is. So yeah, she's not the most social of butterflies. I will edge failures because I haven't used edge tonight. I'm feeling spunky.
Wait, I just spaced on why is Monday rolling?
Fail too. I don't know why. Because she was getting up and saying, it's good seeing you guys. I gotta head out, and she
Oh, okay, I got it.
walked out. And
This
so
is
I
so
guess
Monday can
it's
be outside the bar. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's just one of those things of um,
we're planning on trailing them, so we want to stage it,
right.
Right.
and not everybody get up and leave at once.
And the etiquette is so that whether or not if they see you outside, they may or may not recognize you as the guy that got up and left from the bar just a moment
I would
ago,
hope not, because Monday's a chick.
right? That would be super awkward. Um. Oh, you did roll negation. I apologize. So they will come out of their little D&I conversation. It's like that sounds pretty good, as long as we can get some up front. And he's gonna look a little smug for a moment.
Mm-mm. It's on down.
I'm going to counter offer. I'm going to pull the com links up on the table, show them, and say, instead of money up front, I'll give you these up front. These are loaded with the numbers that's needed to call for the information you need, and you get to keep the com links.
You will see that his eyes kind of light up because it's not a bad comm link, and they will go to shake your hand.
I want to
No
judge
pressure.
intentions on that.
I was scared.
He's about to kill you. I mean, he is. It seems genuine as far as doing an illegal deal, and you know,
Shaking on it? What's
yeah,
this?
he seems genuine about it. But
They both just won an iPad. What's not to be happy about?
right,
I know, right?
they were the 5,000th customer or something.
Tizit's going to look at the hand and then look at him questioningly. He's not going to shake his hand. It's not really normal.
And they will.
Don't mind, don't mind me, I'm an orc. We don't do that.
But
We usually just like butt
but
heads and shit. Walk away.
he's going to slide the comlinks over to them.
Trolls always with the head butting.
He will do the awkward thing where he pulls his hand back and scratches his hair, and she will roll her eyes as she grabs up the two comlinks. We'll be in touch, Mr. Johnson. And they will begin to walk out of the door.
As soon as that starts wrapping up, I'm going to pay the tab for our food and drinks at our table with my comlink, and then wait for them to go by before getting up.
So I'll be outside waiting for a cab, more or less,
Sure.
that has not been called yet. Or shall it ever?
So the two of them will kind of come out. They'll do a look around, see. Are you just kind of like standing outside doing a?
I'm like looking down the street, like, well, where's it at? Impatiently.
Yep. They will, see you looking around for a cab and turn in the direction of their car and begin to walk down the street.
All right, well,
Reaper's going out of the bar. I'm going to put the fly spy on tail to tail them.
good man.
Sure. You want to roll a stealth for that fly spy? Are you cool with that?
Can I do anything about it?
Yeah, I'm sure you can edge it, right?
I can? Okay.
That's significantly better. I'm gonna give them a quick. Oof.
Oof.
Right. But yeah, no,
Glad I edged that.
I'm not.
The fun will come. The fun will come.
So the fly spy. How far are you following them with the fly spy?
Well, I want to tell them I'm hoping we're going to follow them from a distance in the car. From a really big distance since the fly spy can lead us. But
Is that the plan?
We could be
Yes.
several blocks behind them with that tailing them, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot Johnson a text on, like, the real Johnson on our Johnson burner, just to say that those two have the comlinks and they've been
Pick up your
instructed to
tags?
call. Sorry?
I'm talking to Monday, sorry. Can you pick up your tags?
Oh,
right.
don't worry about them. They can be gone, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
More important to find the runners. We can get the cheap ass tags later.
Sure. So they're gonna get into the. They probably have an Americar. No, they totally have a Jackrabbit because it's a piece of shit. And we'll begin to drive into the direction of Father Mercy's. The actual Johnson will send you a message of, I will call them shortly.
I did make sure to say that they have been instructed to call, but yeah, if he says he's going to call, that also solves the problem too.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was their instruction to call?
Well,
Like
what I
just for
said to
the
Johnson was they have the comm links and they have been
right
instructed
now,
to call.
Tizit, what did you
Oh, that's right. You're
when did you
asking
tell
me.
them to call?
I didn't actually tell them to call. I just said this has the numbers on it. So
To like as if to get back a hold of you?
no, this okay. So I told them that I
He was
didn't
the
have the
middleman.
information, but that another person did, and these are the comm links to get in touch with the person who has that information.
Okay. Um, so they will still head off driving towards Father Mercy's, and your Johnson will tell them, "All right, I will wait patiently for their call," and then a couple of minutes will go by as you guys want to give me a drive casual roll.
I can do that. Let me see what my drive casual roll will be. It is reaction plus drive, pilot groundcraft. That is going to be
Drive casual would be composure plus drive. No?
10d6. I'm driving casual as hell.
So driving casually, you will follow them for a while. Let's say when you're in Tursville, like 7 minutes are gonna go by. Oddly specific, I know. And you're gonna
Quick note:
see their car. Hmm.
the fly spy has a laser microphone, so we can basically aim at the car and hear conversations inside.
So that works off of vibration, and it is currently a moving car.
That's true. So never mind.
Yeah, that would be really tough.
Like
So I
It-
pick up a little.
Rumble, 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 rumble.
it's like got Grimace in it.
There was an episode of Burn Notice where they were being listened to by laser microphone, and they put a personal massager against the window
That'll do it.
to stop it.
Um, I just was trying to remember what channel that was on as to whether or not it was a personal massager or a personal massager.
It was a personal massager.
It was USA, right? So they
Yeah.
could be somewhere in between on that spectrum.
Yeah. So, if they ever like stop the car and have a conversation inside, yeah, you could totally get something off of it. But a running engine is gonna ruin that.
All right.
If you want to give me a perception test, just this from the fly spy, just to see how good of a not necessarily a job following it, but detecting things that might go horribly wrong with it as they are driving. Like, if one of them calls and is told to murder the other one.
If I know I'm not jacked in, but can I use logic and electronic warfare on that one as well if I control device at range?
It can be an electronic warfare or a whatchamacallit, or a perception test, either way.
Okay.
Oof. So we'll kind of let that ride for a little bit, and you will see not necessarily anything go crazy wrong with them, but your your Johnson will send you a brief text message of, okay, they're calling me now, and um, a couple of minutes will go by, probably like 2 or 3, because it's an interesting conversation that they're having in that car, and your Johnson will ping you with a, are you guys still near them?
Yes.
Excellent. Some of the negotiation is seeming like is about to begin to break down. She seems willing to come back, but he does not. As such, I am going to need you to remove him from the equation so that the negotiations can conclude admirably.
I'll just text back. Removed permanently or not?
I would hate to be a liar when I marked deceased on his corporate sin.
Understood. And then I'll share that with the group.
Will she jump in and defend this guy, or is she aware that we're gonna off him?
They are seeming to be. She is on the side of wanting to come back. However, should they come under attack, it is a good possibility they will both try to defend themselves and Rabbit because they don't actually know what you're doing. And
So stun the girl and kill the guy.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like.
We have a potential comm code for her that we can call.
That's right. We could shoot her burner, some individual messages and see whether she shares them with him, right? If she just gets a blip that says, you could be collected right now if you walk away from Jesse. Should we
We
try
should get
that?
closer so I can hack the car if need be.
yep, you guys can totally begin to drive faster if that's what if you guys want.
Yeah, getting
Where
closer
are
is going
we
to
at?
happen one way or the other.
You're still in Redmond.
I know. I mean, but I'm like, how loud can we go in this part of Redmond? Is my question.
It's
Like
long.
Touristville, you know, we need to be a little quicker.
You're definitely on the little quicker side of things.
Okay.
You're not quite in like any particular gang's territory where they might get upset at you for opening fire, or try to muscle you for that's going to be a tax.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking: is we need to brick their car so it will deactivate. Then when they roll out, I can trank her and we can kill him.
Break it or stop it with control device? I mean,
Well, I don't
Either
think she's
way.
gonna. Either way that you can stop it, that you are absolutely sure you can stop it, but it needs to stop.
Whichever way is easier, really.
If he has manual
Right.
override, then he's just going to switch that on and switch wireless off.
true.
So I figured hit it hard before he has a chance to react, and then we just take them as they get out.
This is maybe a
She says-
Twinkie question, but is there enough time in this and enough like maneuvering space in this environment to change armor into an armor jacket? I'm guessing probably not.
Armor jacket? Psh, that's not a big deal. You put it on.
It's like
Just
putting
put it
on a
on.
coat in a four-person car.
And a car with opaque windows. I don't think
Okay.
anybody's going to notice.
So then sure. Well then I'll armor up all the way, especially face covering if we're about to be near some potential cameras or drones.
Yeah. We put
All
on
right.
our clown masks.
But this is turning into the beginning of Heat, so yeah, let's just let's make that happen.
Sure, you guys can totally slip into a montage as Monday begins to speed up to catch up their follow distance,
Michael Mann soundtrack playing.
right?
Dun, dun, dun.
So, I believe the plan is brick car first.
Yep.
I'm reconfiguring, gonna post so shortly.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've got a silenced Predator 5 with stick and shock rounds ready to go. That's probably going to be my best contribution, is to the stun part of this equation.
I mean, I can't imagine how two Shadowrunners can be, horribly dangerous to a group
No,
of
not
four.
really.
I mean, as I click over here and take a quick look at your combat capabilities.
Well, they are also members of the direct crew, so they're probably going to be their worst
In
enemies.
theory, they were the two better members, right? But who knows?
Well, there was a certain person, their Matrix support, who is no longer with them. So that era of bad luck may be over. Who knows?
I think it's continuing right now.
We're gonna find out. Reaper, can you throw that in the little box?
Yeah.
Because that's about to get spammed off.
Is there some Runner Hub history about the wrecked crew and these two that I would know if I'd been around?
They are a runner team that I have used as opposition in more than one run.
Oh, love it. That's great.
They had a Technomancer whose name was Jinx, and she's dead now, which is
So it
truly
went that badly then, at least that
Yeah.
badly.
This is what Jinx looked like, because I don't know why that picture came up when I was doing some kind of cyberpunky picture search, but it did, and I was like, well, I clearly have to use that because it makes no sense.
That is pretty good.
With the Burton beanie too.
Yeah, it
That's
looks like it should
great.
be a mugshot, but but yeah, no, she got accidentally murdered by, well, Oz killed her, that jerk. So,
Can I see the car, or is it running
yep,
silent?
you can see the car in the Matrix doing its Matrix
Okay.
thing because it is, like you guys have enough time and it's not going to be hard to spot a vehicle running. Um, I believe the plan is to just bring the hammer and then you guys are going to do your thing.
What's the rating on that car too?
Yeah, it's just a normal car. It's device rating too.
Right. Uh,
That's pretty good.
yeah, that's my limit anyway, almost.
All right, so it's willpower plus fireball, right?
Believe so. But I think he's got this shit on lock.
He does have it on lock, but
Even though that was a pretty damn good roll.
It
yeah,
was.
2 successes plus
It's because they don't have Jinx doing the Matrix
so 11,
defense.
11 DV.
consistency, right? So it takes 7 damage, and we're gonna
Right.
just think it's time to break out this guy.
Ooh, this is my first
Can I be
Shadowrun initiative
Bodo?
roll
Because he
in
gets to go
several
first.
years.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, I missed part of that.
I asked, can I be Bodo? Because he was getting to go first.
No, add item Monday. Reaper.
Man, gotta roll my actual initiative now.
You put the dice value and then plus the number for this.
Either way.
Yeah, it works out.
Why you gotta be different than everybody else?
My mama told me I was special. 11.
Taser Orc,
Oops,
we need
did
to
not
talk.
need greater than 5.
Go James.
Not fast enough though. But still faster than the rest of my team apparently.
Go Jesse.
We need to talk about y'all drugs problem.
What are the chances we do a quick pee break before that we start this combat?
We can totally do a quick pee break as shit is about to get real.